I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 46. And today, we're just going to talk a little bit about freedom. You know, this whole podcast is the codes to freedom, and we talk about freedom a lot. But I want to share with you the ultimate form of freedom, right? One of the most ultimate forms of freedom that you could have. You know, I'm reading this book called The Psychology of Money, which, you guys know I'm always giving off a book that you could read. But in this book, it had a very interesting quote that it said. I want to read it to you real quick. It says, "Controlling your time is the highest dividend money pays." I'm going to say that again in case you missed it. Controlling your time is the highest dividend money pays. And man, do I think that is so true. See, the goal is to earn enough income where you can buy your time back, where you can wake up and say, hey, what are we going to do today? And you don't have to consult your bank account, and you don't have to consult an employer, right? You have the money to do what you need to do, and you have the time to do it. So yes, luxury stuff is good, right? If you like it, I'm not knocking it, right? I'm always about something that looks nice, right? Whether it's that nice car, the nice house, the outfit, all that good stuff. But none of that matters as it relates to the time and the freedom, the time and the money, right? Because once time is gone, it's gone forever, right? What good is the money if you don't have the time? And what good is the time if you don't have the money? See, in my experience and working with a lot of different people over the years, like almost 2 decades, literally of being an entrepreneur plus, and working with lots of different personality types and things of that nature. One thing that I found is that you have the person that makes a lot of money, right, at their job, or a lot of times even in their business. They're kind of a slave to their business in most cases, but they work a lot of hours and they make a lot of money. So they don't always have the time that they need to really spend with those who they love, right? Because they're working so hard to provide. And then you have the other person that has quite a bit more time, but they don't have the income, right? Because maybe they're just like, look, I'm not working a minute over 40 hours, and the salary is what it is. And, it's not really going to change much, right? So, maybe you don't have the flexibility or the freedom to maybe pay for certain experiences because of not having the finances, right? And so that's what it's all about, though. It's about experiences. It's about memories, right? Like if you can have the money and the time to pay for experiences, like to be able to travel and not have to like maybe to take a whole month. I got a business partner. They got like 4 kids, and they took a whole month off and just traveled, right? I got another business partner. They just went out of the country with with his boys, his kids, who his sons, I should say. And while he was out of the country for like a whole year, traveling the world, it's kind of like being like a nomad, just going wherever you wanted to go. His income increased while he was gone. So just imagine being able to have that kind of setup where you can just come and go as you please, because you've set this up where you have the passive income that's going to keep paying you regardless of what you do, where you go. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still work involved, but I'm talking passive flows where 90%, almost 90% of it is running on its own without you having to really operate in it and put your hands to it, right? That is the goal, right? That is the goal, is to set that up. And listen, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take as much as you think it does. It just takes a decision, and it takes a focus toward achieving that. Like I was just talking to my wife today about vending machines, right? I mean, I don't own any vending machines right now, but I definitely plan to. I mean, think about it. You buy the vending machine, you set it up in a certain location, people put their money in, buy what they want to buy, and you come collect the coins, right? I mean, doesn't get any simpler than that. Now, yes, you got to buy the machine, and yes, you have to get the location, but once you knock that out, it's not a whole lot much to do, right? And so, even in my own business, yes, I put some time into it, but the time that I put in is far little than the income that comes from it, if that makes sense, right? Because of the nature of the business. And so, my whole message to you today is that yes, the luxury stuff is great, but man, I would much rather be in a position where maybe you earn 50,000 to 100,000, 150,000, 200,000 a year. Maybe not be a multi-millionaire, right? But you can control your time. Maybe you don't drive the fanciest car, buy the fanciest watches, and drive, all that stuff. I mean, and by the way, like I said, I'm not knocking that at all, because I plan to have both worlds, right? Both ends of the spectrum. And I know you probably may think so too. But the most important thing, bigger than any of the other stuff, is the time, right? The experiences that you can create, right? Like to go fishing with your kids, or to be at the soccer game, the basketball game, the baseball game, and see it from beginning to end, and they look out in the stands and they see you there. I cannot tell you what that does for a child's life, right? And you know how I know? Because I could tell you what it didn't do in my life, right? Because I played the basketball games and looked out in the stands, right? And there's just no knock on my parents. They had to provide. But my whole thing is, what if you can provide and be there, right? What if you can provide and be there? That's what we're talking about. That's something special. Those experiences, those moments, you'll never be able to put a price tag on it. And you have to set it up in a way where you have that freedom and that gift to be able to give to your children, to be able to give to your family, to be able to give to the world, where you can come and go as you please. You wake up and you don't have to ask anybody. It's just, hey, what are we going to do today? Right? And that is a really great place to be, guys. So I pray that you get there. I pray that you continue in the journey. You press through the journey, I should say. And like I said, you know, eh, I don't share this often, but if you are looking for a way to kind of start something like that, and you just don't know how, you need some direction, reach out to me. I'll be happy to share some ideas, even if my own endeavor is not the project for you. I can point you in the right direction, at least, to get started on some things. But the whole goal is passive income. How can we have your passive income greater than your expenses? That is the key. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, yes, there's several different areas to have freedom in, but this one right here, this is how you get the freedom. I mean, for instance, let's just say you want to get into your health. Well, listen, if you can wake up and not have to worry about a particular schedule that someone else is giving you, but you get to dictate that schedule, hey, listen, hire a personal trainer. Let that trainer work you out and show you exactly what to do the right way, or hire yourself a nutritionist or a dietitian person that can guide you in that, because you have the freedom and the flexibility to operate in that way. And so I hope you guys got some value from this. This is a strong episode for you to share with other people. If they want to be free, they need to listen to this episode. So make sure you share it. Make sure you tag me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you connect with me. And I look forward to talking with you guys soon and really celebrating. I want to celebrate you all at freedom. So when you guys start to move in the direction of freedom as a result of listening to this podcast, hey, shout me out. Give me a heads up. I want to be able to clap and celebrate for you because I want to see you to be able to provide, but I also want to see you to have those experiences, those moments with your family. That's what matters, to be able to live life full instead of to die empty, to live life full. And you want to die empty, and not die full with everything that you wanted to do because you had to be at the job for the next 8 hours, or you had to work mandatory overtime and things like that. Listen, we get to decide, we get to write the chapters, we get to be the authors of our life, but we have to make a decision to do so. Take care, guys. God bless. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.